sanctions for violating the league's substance abuse policy. He's only played in 11 games since then. DeAngelo Hall is back joining us today. And on yesterday's show, you mentioned that you would not give up a draft pick to go get Gordon. So are you surprised that New England made this move?
I am surprised. I'm a little surprised because New England is probably the most successful organization when it comes to being run from top to bottom. They seem to always have a plan. They seem to execute that plan. And everyone seems to always be on the same page. But I think you saw last week in kind of the handing over of the mantle to Jacksonville that, hey, man, we still feel like we can win a lot more games and a lot more championships. Mm-hmm. And in order to do that, they need a guy like Josh Gordon. And so they want to take the risk. Mm-hmm. I think it is a risk, though, because I don't know if you can trust Josh. Can he help you? Absolutely. We all said that. It's no doubt about it. He is a great football player when he's playing. But I don't know if Josh can get his stuff together to actually help this team out. But if you're Josh, if you're friends of his, if you're New England, it's no better place than New England for him because we've done it the right way for so long. We have guys in that locker room that if he's not going to listen to anybody, you kind of got to listen to Tom Brady. If you're not going to listen to anybody, well, when it comes to like a Hugh Jackson who's always joking around, having fun with you, Bill Belichick is the total opposite of that.
He's the total opposite.
He's the guy who demands respect from everybody. He demands you to get in line.
Or you'll be gone.
Or you'll be gone. And so, yes, it's a risk, but, I just think they feel like teams are going to start doing what Jacksonville did, taking Gronk away, making everyone else beat him. And if you had a guy like this, it's going to be hard to do that.
Exactly. But this is a risk that only the Patriots could take because they have the type of locker room and they have the type of structure that can handle a Josh Gordon. Mm-hmm. And Coach Belichick doesn't have a problem. Oh, this is not working. Bye. He doesn't care how much money he's paid you. He doesn't care where he drafted you at. If you're not panning out for the Patriots, if you're not doing what Coach Belichick deemed, this is what I think this guy should do, this is what I think he can do. You don't do that, you up out of there. Skip Bayless, look, this is what I know. Having played in 14 years, and I don't know how you feel about this, D. Hall, I like structure. And more times than not, players work well under structure. I don't know the structure of Cleveland, but I do know the structure of New England. This is the way you do it. You come in there, as a matter of fact, you don't check your ego at the door. You leave it at home. So when you start on your way to New England to go to work, you have no ego. You are faceless. You are a nameless. You are a New England Patriot. Forget your name. Well, this is what Josh Gordon has to do. He has a blank slate. Now, what he had going on in Cleveland, New England say, bruh, we wiped you clean. Don't come here with that foolishness. The question is, Skip, Josh Gordon does really well when he's playing football. Unfortunately, football is not a year-round thing. They don't play football every Sunday year-round. What happens when he doesn't have the New England structure of the locker room, of practice, of meetings, or being on a plane traveling to and from the games? What happens then? Skip, just because I don't trust him, Skip, I tell people all the time, just because I don't trust somebody, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't. Maybe you should be leery or look, hey, I know I'm a pretty good judge of character. But what he did in Cleveland, maybe he comes in and he'd be a model citizen in New England. But I wouldn't be willing to run that risk. But I understand why New England, you watch those receivers on Sunday, Skip, baby? Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
So what did I tell both of you yesterday? I'm speaking with my heart, not my head, because all your points are head points and they're all well taken, and I don't disagree with one word either of you just spoke. But I said yesterday, if I'm Jerry Jones, I risk a 5th-round pick, high risk, high reward, to see if I could make something out of Josh Gordon for a football team that doesn't have a number 1 or a number 2 receiver. We got a collection of 3s at best. And maybe this could be your next Dez Bryant. And then what happened? I have to open up my computer in the middle of the afternoon and see that flashing breaking news headline, and my heart falls in my stomach because it just makes me sick at my stomach. The plunger Jerry Jones sat on his laurels again, his Hall of Fame laurels. He's in the Hall of Fame now. He doesn't need to do anything else. Yeah. And I keep waiting for him to send one little message or one big message to his locker room. I'm all in for 2018. We're close, so I'm going to go get you Sammy Watkins. Nope, I came in second for Sammy Watkins. I'm going to go get Earl Thomas. No, I offered a 2, but then they jerked the rug out from under me and said, no, we want a 1, so I'm all out on that deal. Am I going to go get Josh Gordon for a 5? No, I'm going to let Bill Belichick take him for a 5. And I agree with all your points. Obviously, the structure is in place where if Josh has a long shot at making it in this league, that's where he will make it with Tom Brady.
He can't be late to work. He can't be anything. Yeah. It's over. Yeah.
Okay, so I was close to the Randy Moss situation when he was in Oakland. Again, This is back in 2006, and he was just a disaster. He quit on them. It looked like he had quit on football. It looked like his body had given out. He was turning 30 years of age, and I thought he was flat out done, maybe heart done with pro football. Yeah. And what happened the next year? He winds up for nothing for a song. He goes to Belichick and Brady, and the next thing I know, records are falling like crazy. And he goes from catching 3 touchdowns the year before to an NFL record 23 touchdowns. Now, is Josh Gordon, Randy Moss on the football field? No, because he can't run like that. Because Randy could run 4.2. Oh, yeah. Right. He could just fly. High football IQ, great, not good hands, great hands. Josh has very good hands, and he's more power. You covered him. He's more power built. 6'3", 225, 230 or so.
I don't recommend turning your hands like that to catch a football, but okay.
I think you caught him in a wrong. That's a bad picture.
I hope that's warm up. He's just playing around.
I don't know what he's doing, but I did like what Rob Ninkovich said on WEEI, a former Patriot leader, obviously. Sure. And I'll just paraphrase his quotes, but he said that he questions Josh's love for the game if you get suspended that many times.
Right.
Well, I question his love for himself, and he's talked about that. I don't love myself enough, and when I don't love myself, I just give up and go over the edge into really bad stuff.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because think about it, and people, look, maybe he's graduated, but in the beginning, it was marijuana, it was weed. Mm-hmm. And people are like, weed's not addictive. Well, you tell me what you can't sit down for $60 million, and I say whatever it is addictive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's as simple as that. If you can't stop, regardless of the ramifications, that's an addiction.
And weed led to this, and then it led to that, and then it led to that. Yes. You know, that's how bad that got. And I told you, he wound up, it's only like a year and a half ago, living with Johnny Manziel right here in West Hollywood, and there was some stuff going down in that apartment that's not a pretty sight. So the point is, I hope he saved himself. I told you, I've gotten to know him a little bit. I like him. He's deep. I root for him because he's got Hall of Fame ability. Mm-hmm. I mean, Hall of Fame. And I don't throw that phrase out loosely. Has he lived up to it or proved it? And Ninkovich concluded he didn't even like what he did Saturday. He said he let his teammates down. He goes to some promotional, endorsement shoot and allegedly pulls his hamstring. I don't know. I mean, that's a bad sign. All these are bad signs. Yeah. His whole history's a bad sign.
You would have thought, Skip, after the first, they believed in him. And everybody believed, like you said, D. Hall, yesterday, everybody believes that I can be the guy that changed it. Mm-hmm. Well, he's going to be different under my watch. But at some point in time, Joshua just has to come to the conclusion, this is on me. I've gotten all the help they can give me. At some point in time, and you can't put yourself, Skip, if you're an alcoholic, you can't go in a bar. You can't put yourself in harm's way. Josh, if you have these issues, the friends that you hang around that put you in this situation, you got to let them go. You have to know who you are, what you are, and avoid that at all costs.
Yeah, we're about to see what he's made of.
Yes.
And I'm going to bet he's made of the right stuff.
I hope so.
I think he's going to be the next Randy Moss for these guys. And if he is,
if anybody can change him, it's that New England way, without a doubt.
This is the missing piece to this puzzle. Because if he gets Edelman back and Josh is what I think he could be.
Jalen Ramsey. You won't be able to have Gronk. You have your hands full because that's a monster.
That's what I said.
That's a monster out there now. That's a heavyweight.
It's a big boy.
That'll be a good one.
Be a good match.
That'll be a good one, Skip. We might have to go on the road if they play in the championship. Jacksonville, New England, Josh Gordon and Jalen Ramsey.
All of a sudden, I'm thinking maybe it's in Foxborough now.
Oh.
All I know is Jacksonville, we beat you head to head. So right now, we 2-0, y'all 1-1.
Do you think it's all Jacksonville? It's Jacksonville's world and New England's just living?
I wouldn't say that. I'm not saying it's Jacksonville's world, but I think everyone's starting to see now that New England can be beat. this is the formula to beat them. You know, I mean, when you're at the top and someone beats you,
They know they're vulnerable.
Well, then
Yeah, I
the
mean,
formula is Blake
it's-
Bortles throws for
But here's,
500.
but here's
right?
the thing, though, Skip.
well, he
New
played a
England,
heck of a game.
you have
Yeah,
to
we
play
don't know
your
if that's
best.
going to happen every game, but you know, and Leonard Fournette wasn't even there.
He wasn't.
Add him to the punt.
But the thing
I
is,
think
that
they in
New
good
England
shape.
can beat you not playing their best. You have to play
Yeah.
your best or
Yeah.
damn near your best
There
to
you
beat
go.
them.
Especially
There
your
you go. That's the
quarterback.
difference.
Yeah, because you're really competing against him. You're not worried about their defense. You're competing against Tom Brady because he's going to get you.
Yeah.
I'm
At
looking
some
forward to
point.
Sunday when they head to Detroit to face their former D coordinator,
Boy,
Matt
Coach
Patricia.
Belichick go hang 50 on
Like, it could be really good or really ugly. It could be bad. Okay, well, did the NFL get the Clay Matthews call right or wrong? We'll discuss next.
Hey, what do you guys want to listen to?
Ooh,